setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an O and it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an O and it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an O and it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an O and it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an O and it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an O and it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. Trader, there's a mo, it's a beast. Turn him over, bound to break and get your beat. No, no, no.
Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 2216. I'm your host, Arwin. And before I start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below. Send me a super chat over at the Rumble live chat or subscribe to my channel. I could really use the support. So please help out your local Arwin. Right. Weather today. Little blue sky. It's a nice sun. It's big clouds out there. So I think it could probably still rain at some point, but it's been kind of nice this morning. Right. So yeah, yesterday I didn't do a show. I overslept, had a headache, and I just thought I need a day off. Right, today I do feel a lot better. It is Thursday, the 27th of February 2025. Temperature 7 degrees Celsius, 84% humidity, and 75% precipitation, so definitely called it on the rain part. There is rain out there. 16km/h wind. It's not that bad. Right. So, hey, Borders Boy, first in chat, good to see you. How you doing? How you guys holding out without me? Yeah. Hope today Rumble's gonna be a bit better. Yeah, Tuesday's stream was just terrible with the freaking Rumble. Well, it wasn't actually that bad. But I mean, I think like yesterday Rumble was glitching again a lot. So I really hope today it won't be the case. Yeah, yesterday it was breaking, or what? Tuesday it was breaking down a bit. Right. So, just enjoying the coffee. Did have some good dinner. Full, but I have to start up again because I barely talked yesterday, which is good because the talking, the shows, like getting excited, it doesn't exactly help like the sinus situation, which I think it's like mostly calmed down now. Right. So yeah, plenty of stuff going on out there. I was watching my lunch break. Pretty intense. Getting a better picture of of the entire thing. Right. Right, there's all talk about the Epstein files getting released, and they were held back. The show was really kind of weird, but he was then arrested. That also happened yesterday, or the day before actually. Crazy stuff. Right, so yeah, that was it. Oh, apparently there was a direct payment to the World Economic Forum that Doge just managed to stop also. So yeah, it's just still going on, still digging. Trump administration. Meantime, Europe seems to be making its own moves, like ridiculous, not durable moves. And they're putting a lot of tension now on Romania with that president getting basically arrested because they apparently want to like unleash a giant war on Russia from there now. I really hope, over in Romania they manage to fold that. Very little I can do. I don't even understand like the real intricacies of like how that all transpires and like what's keeping it afloat. So Gene Hackman found dead? What? No way. Really? What the fuck? Whoa, you live pretty damn long too, by the way. 95 years. That's incredible. But yeah, sucks. I didn't know about that. Thanks for informing me, Borders Boy. So apparently Gene Hackman and his wife were found dead yesterday. Freaky. Well, I'm sure that's gonna have like a follow-up. Investigation. Maybe. Weird. Je suis Toto. Patricia Steer left Flat Earth. Yeah, I heard something like that. This Tuesday night I was like watching Mark Sargent doing a live stream and Patricia wasn't on there. So yeah, apparently Patricia retracted back. And apparently also Jaren deleted a whole bunch of videos. That is also retreating, and like, oh my god, like, ugh. I mean, I'm kind of sad about Patricia. I just hope, like, come on, Patricia, there's still hope. Rectangular looping, come on. It works. Like, whether the whole final experiment was real or not, like, it's okay. Like, there can be a 24-hour sun there. And it would be, like, everywhere in Antarctica, by the way. But it seems that, like, a lot of people just holding on to the specific disk Earth model, that they're losing faith. Oh. And that doesn't mean they're turning back to the globe, because, I mean, you'd have to genuinely be retarded or a serious cuck to do that. But, I mean, I've been sharing my ideas about the realm for like a decade, and really, you'd rather want out than to actually start listening to me? God. Am I that terrible? And yeah, trolls don't need to answer me on that one, thanks. Like the real PGA? Is it? Dodo, right. Is it PGA though? I think Piche would just be called Piche, which just being himself is like spectacular enough. Right, but I mean, yeah. Does it really matter what people do out there? I mean, technically it doesn't matter to me. Like, they could all go away. They could all, like, say, oh, we regret doing all this. And I'll still be going. And I'll still be saying the same things, giving the same suggestions on what we could do to confirm or prove wrong my ideas, right? To test them. Like, it's been on the table for so long, right? You can test whether it's looping or not. And we can, like, scan the surface and the ocean bottom and make a giant map of it and then put it together and then see what's real. See how it interconnects, all of it. Figure that out, and then maybe even get really close to figuring out the spatial dynamic of it all. How it all spatially connects to each other. Right? And I think that it will turn out to be looping. Oh, by the way, I have had a very strange new type of looping insight. Like another possibility. Which kind of blew my mind, my own mind. glad I'm remembering right now in the early stage of the show. But, right, so it seems like the rectangular looping realm is looping east to west, meaning you move in a straight line and you end up right where you were. What if north and south, and I don't know at what point, there isn't actually a physical barrier that you're gonna knock on, doop doop, but what if there is another loop effect that I hadn't even considered before? Another spatial dynamic, right? Instead of a loop that connects you to another spot, which would make it like a continuum, north and south, there might be a reversed loop where literally you walk into the end of space and it's literally like you're looking at a mirror and you're seeing probably yourself. As you walk into the mirror, you just come out exactly where you were, which would mean that you walk forward and then you end up walking back in your tracks. See, a reversed loop. It's like you're looking at a mirror of where you're standing. You've probably seen yourself. A mirror, you walk towards it, you can touch it, and you can go through it. Like you'd be walking into yourself. But because it is literally you, like you basically can walk through it, and then effectively, if you'd run into it, you'd come out exactly 180 degrees. A reversed form of looping, like that could also be a barrier. Another way the spatial loop would be. Is everyone leaving flat earth for cogwheel reversed looping earth? Okay, horizontal baseliner. Okay. It's a bit over the top there. Hello, Arg. Also. Right. Will make like if there was some kind of reversed loop barrier in the north, you would never see it as a barrier, and like anybody moving there, well, except for the seeing themselves part. But I mean, even that might be there, and it might be experienced like this is some kind of weird mirage or something. I'm like, don't get it. I'm seeing a reflection of myself. It reminds me of the mirror wall in Time Bandits. It might be like that, except you can actually move into it and then you just walk straight back. In Time Bandits, they shatter the barrier and then go into that, like the devil's realm or whatever that is, with the cages hanging and nothing. Amazing, creepy scene. But yeah, reversed looping, right? That is another way to avoid, as an architecture of the realm space, another way to avoid a barrier. And I mean, like that really would play into the idea of thinking of the available space as a globe. I mean, it's looping east to west, and there's a reversed world barrier that inverses your direction north and south, which is almost like, oh, you're going over the top or over the bottom, and you're ending up in the same place. I mean, that could definitely give you the suggestion you're on a globe. FE finished? No, FE is not finished. Well, it is flat. Hello, Rekasu80. Further news about Patricia's there, is it? Oh my god, is it all the headlines? Queen of Flat Earth resigns. Headlines. Is it true? Yeah, it is true. She retracted from the internet again. It's not the first time this has happened. It is a bit disappointing. We were all enjoying having her around for another summer. I think especially Mark is disappointed because, like, they were just great. Like, except for the hour of it, like, they start at 4 at night for me, their show. But I mean, every time I did actually sit through it, it was just great energy. Patricia and Mark make a good team, and like, it's so funny because like when they're like really into it, and Mark is like, he is like a fanatic with flat earth. He really is, in a really awesome way. But he just like really keeps track. He's like a social engineer with flat earth, like really knowing what's happening and trying to reverse engineer why with people's motivation. Like, he's very serious about the community. And Patricia is like next to that, she's like the girlfriend. Sorry, but it really is like, she's just like da da da, just being herself, and it's funny and in a good way. Them together, it was always just entertaining. But I mean, Patricia in it just like reminds me a lot about like myself, me talking about what I was interested in and esoteric, like with my ex-girlfriend, and then my ex-girlfriend then my girlfriend would be like supportive but just not really connecting with it, and so she'd just do girly things and it would be cool. And it just reminds me of that. It's hilarious. But yeah, seems like Patricia's gone back to the shadows again. Right, but that's not the end of Flat Earth. It'd be kind of silly to think that. Do you email Patricia's dear? Yeah, I did invite her, and she did respond. But she basically declined, and that's like, that was like this weekend. No one series left anymore. Good. Okay, that's one way of saying it. Jesuswijn dodo. Alright, let me add the chat. It's flowing. It's good to see you guys today. Stream seems smooth. OBS is not acting weird. People aren't ready for Evie. Well, what does that mean? They aren't ready to come out as a flat earther versus society, or they're not ready to understand it at all? Because I think that tons of people are ready to understand it. They're just like, they just can't really handle it. I think there is like a massive amounts of normies that are actually flat earthers, but they're containing it. It's what I did when I was younger for a very long time. Right? I figured out flat earth through some people that would just like test me and tell me, and I would just like, whoa, you're right. And like, oh, what do we do? I'm like, yeah, there's really nothing you can do. You have to mostly keep it to yourself because people go nuts. And then, like, I tried, couldn't contain it, burst out a couple of things, like especially during school and physics class, and then people would get really suspicious of me or angry, spiteful. And then eventually I'd figure out, like, yeah, it's all fucked, and I'd lose my enthusiasm for it entirely and not even be able to contain it, and then forget about it, like forget it existed. Like literally it would blot out of my mind. I'd forget that the earth is flat. It's not like I didn't believe it anymore, I'd forget about it. And that even then hearing like the words flat earth would be like, oh yeah, that's a weird thing there. And that's it. Not even like, oh, bad or oh, good. Just like, oh, there's something weird there. I'm not going to get into it. And that's what my position then would become. And that's like after being awakened to it. But having nobody to talk about it with. And I think that is where most people are at. I mean, people have bumped into flat earth, have looked into it probably on the surface, realized like, damn, there's actually something to this. This is, and look at like these ball defenders, like they act really psycho. And they just know, like, oof. But then, like, what the fuck you do with it? Like, you can't just suddenly start talking about it. Well, you can online, but you have to, like, keep it to yourself. Because, I mean, you go to your boss and you talk about it, and then before you know it, you're fired. And it's a serious threat. Like, just because of the instability that bringing it up might cause. So I think that tons and tons of people kind of know the earth is flat. They just keep it secret. Keep it safe. Because they're too immersed, too ingrained, too rooted into the world as how it is working with other people to be able to come out with it. And they're just kind of staying in the background, and like those secret flat earthers that are openly like on the fence or not having a position, like they're not going to be fooled by people like Jaren trying to like, oh, we got to stop the flat earth, oh, it was wrong, and go back to the globe. Like, they're not fooled by that. So that is actually what I think. And the reason I too think that is because there's like, I could potentially like get into a conversation with all kinds of people out there, bring up flat earth, and they'd not have an allergic reaction. I haven't had like a face-to-face allergic reaction to flat earth in a long time. Well, 20 years ago, it was absolutely there. 30 years ago, even worse. 10 years ago, it was starting to like become known that it was a thing again. People would still scoff at it on average, or use it to ridicule as like a really popular one. As a comparison, like, oh, you could be, oh, this is real and the earth is flat. Like that kind of stupid habit that Globers really love to use online and in their news to feed that to people, that should be your response. But I mean, now you could just bring it up and people don't respond outraged. Mark will be devastated. What? No. What are you talking about? Like, I got the news through Mark. He actually sent me a Skype message like the day before about it. I did actually give it a bit of a mention, I think, on Tuesday's show. Shit, stream freezing again? Not on my side. Right, anyway, hope everybody's appreciating the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up. Got another original idea or realization of what could potentially be part of the rectangular looping realm. Another solution. Which makes things even more surreal if it would actually be the case. But it would explain some factors. Right? Like finding the total confine and then bumping into a barrier is like, oh shit, well, you have to hush it, keep it a secret, keep it out of sight. But I mean, if there's a reversed looping barrier instead, where you basically walk in and just walk out the other direction automatically, then it would just be confusing to people mostly, and they wouldn't really have like the image of a barrier cutting their path off as much in their minds. Did you really start talking about FB at the age of 15? Dude, I was even younger, but yeah. Like, there were all kinds of moments in my life. It was like when I was 8 years old, too. Dude, and it gets even weirder. Like, when I was 8 in that school then, I remember, but it could be literally like a vision thing. It could literally be that. I was defending the ball against flat earth arguments. Like, I have a memory of that. It could be a vision though, but it might be a vision that's like seated on top of an actual situation where that kind of spontaneously happened. Because there may have been like a moment where there was in the school, it was a Waldorf school, where they actually organized a little debate about it. Of like flat earth versus globe. And where I would literally then take up the globe. But still admitting like it's not real. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like at frickin' 8. I think that really happened. I mean, can I confirm that? No. But I mean, I have mentioned like they did think I was like the devil after that. Because like, where the hell would I get that insight and that information when I literally never actually talked about it with anybody before that point? Like, does originality even exist? Yeah, it does. But I mean, on the other hand, there is the Akashic record from which all information is originated. Yeah, it's weird thing. Are you having a solipsistic reversal moment there, see? Ugh. Or Cyrac. Alright, anyway, I hope everybody's doing great. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking the stream. It's good to be back again, but I did really need that day off. Rolling in some weird Dungeons and Dragons riddles or something. Just sweet Dodo being weird. Right, anyway, a new edition. To looping continuum realm dynamics of what is possibly out there. And to be frank, I'm kind of surprised that it hadn't really cleared up in my mind before this point. I mean, it's been 10 years. Like, how can I now have this realization? And that's like one of the most surprising things about this entire journey, is that I still have like completely new ideas about it, like after frickin' 10 years. Like, what? I mean, that is like, that really defies my sense of logic about how things work. How can I now have an idea about it that's like really new after 10 years? Like, how? And I might have even like sort of slipped it in as like a side fractal site, and then just not even realized that I said it. But now it's like, okay, now this is a item. Now I'm highlighting this as a possibility specifically. Because a lot of, like, I've had many streams where I'm just talking, I get inspired and things roll out, where I don't truly understand even the depths of what rolls out of me, parts of it, because I'm focused on something else while it rolls out. I mean, that's just being an oracle. Things come out of you. It doesn't mean that you can actually understand everything that comes out of you. That's the bigger challenge on the long run. No, I had a growing sinus infection, and I just needed a day off. That's all. Yeah, doing this and the ideas and everything, that is my job. You're gonna have to accept that that is what it is. Yeah? And just because the job doesn't really pay very well doesn't mean it's not a job. Right? Now, if you like what I do, and you think it's a job worth doing, like, hey, that person provides a unique set of ideas and perspective, then help me out. Don't just tell me, oh, get a job. No. help me out. Instead of showing up here to tell me, stop doing this and go do something else for money, you could actually help me out and then make this worth my time. Oh my god. Fuck off. Wanker. I knew it. Don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm sick of people whining. I do what I do. Nothing I do is illegal. Having ideas is not illegal. Reading people or situations is not illegal. Yeah, I call it oracle. You call it divination? Well, yeah, but what is divination though? Right? What are the things that are bad and why? How does it actually violate God's law? It's context, and people that just play word recognition game and then reference it to something that was said in the Bible to have a direct bad association. I mean, it's just petty ankle biting bullshit. Don't try that with me. So over it. Right. Sorry to hear that you guys are having trouble with the stream. I mean, for me, it works absolutely perfectly smooth. I've not seen one hiccup, one screen bleed. OBS light is continually green. I'm missing any Rogans here. Where's the Rogans? Tons of people in the chat. Anyway, I could basically just do nothing the rest of the stream because it's just that idea again, right? The first looping barrier. Like, yeah, another mind-blowing trait. It's just like non-space. another mind-blowing cosmogony conception of what could be possibly part of this realm. Could just like sit here for like another hour just barely saying anything, and it would still be an epic stream, because you'd be staring at the title and be like, what the hell are you talking about? What? Stream is fine? Cool. Ugh. Right. What can I add? Hey, this is looks like France is stopping Algeria visas, so they're like wanting to deport people there. Algerians. So it looks like even Macron is making some moves. Probably in response to his handshaking contest with Trump. They have a thing there, it's weird. Macron started to like really squeeze Trump's hand, and now Trump is like accepted the challenge and he's squeezing right back, and it's kind of silly and hilarious. But yeah, it looks like even France is like making some moves that echo what's happening in the United States with the deportation. So a good sign, I guess. It's a start. I mean, France is a mess. There's like entire villages that have basically become migrant tribes. You just can't even go in there because they attack you. It's crazy. Belgium has them too. Dare I say, in the Netherlands they're somewhere as well, but I'm not really informed about specifics. But I mean, in France it's like well known. There's several locations where it's just like they just gathered there and then everybody else pretty much fled, moved out, and now like nobody goes there anymore except for migrants. Hey, random bear, I can see you. Mass exodus on YouTube? What kind of mass exodus, Random Bear? I wasn't aware. I'm not on YouTube. Oh, it is you? Okay. Yeah, I don't really think that's you, PJ. It's very nice try, but I mean, that's not how he talks. And I mean, yeah, the real PJ can always contact me on Skype and then go in a video call, as we used to do plenty of times, so that I absolutely know it's him. So you can stop pretending. Flips was never FE. No, that you can't say that, horizontal baseliner. But the thing is, there's people that are in it for the community and not in it to really know the technical truth, kind of thing. But I mean, people that are like, oh, I am no longer a flat earther, I'm back on the globe. That does sound suspicious. And there's no reason to go back on all that. It's working better from Japan. Good to hear. I'm glad people in Japan can just reach me easily. I have no idea how popular I am in Japan, but I mean, Japan is awesome. There's a lot there that I like. Why can't I save it? Because I mean, there was this old saying, once you go flat, you don't go back. It's not really true. It all depends on how deep you were in the first place. I mean, some people were literally like, yeah, flat earth. Just because they wanted a group to be part of. They liked the vibe, kind of like hippie stuff that is also like a part of the vibe of it all. Like this freedom from the state narrative. Right? But that doesn't mean they actually understood any of it. And those people, once they get the sense that, hey, that community thing, it's falling apart because of some people leaving or whatever, and then they'll just flip around again. And they can't do that because they never really understood anything about flat Earth, really. So I guess in that sense, anybody who flips was never FE. Yeah. I mean, if you once you understand the technicals about flat Earth, that's when you know it can never be a globe, like no matter what. If you never really got into that part, the technicals, so you were just in it for the community, then you can flip around. Now, if that does not make you true FE, then so be it. There's tons of people that are just like, yeah, flat earthers, I mean, I get it. NASA's fake. But like they're not super interested in the technicals about the flat earth. Does that make them not FE? Even though they are on your side, community-wise, right? I mean... You think somebody like Patricia would waste her time pretending to be FE? Yeah, no, she isn't. And I mean, Patricia, here's the thing, she's a shapeless earther, as Mark Sargent says, as he reported on the Tuesday stream. She knows the earth is flat, but because she doesn't know what the realm is like, she's like scared or something. Like she retracted. And I'm like, hey, I got it right here. It's rectangular looping and all kinds of mysteries to be solved. Like, but apparently that's not good enough for Patricia. Oh well. A Japanese title sounds so good. What? Why? What does that mean, Arg? I mean, I only mention Japan when they do something that like crushes. Like their medical research really crushes. Like every time. Blows my mind. Right? I mean, Dr. Emoto with the nature of water. Like what? Japanese. Very early. And that was just the start of it. Like they continually have like really groundbreaking developments. Skylight or kaleidoscopic reflections? What? God, Aristarchus. Oh God, it is you, isn't it? Nature of your position, what? Okay. I mean, Ark, just try not to make too much sense out of what Pichet says, because he's never really that coherent. It's always been like that. He's more like one of those riddle type wizards. I'm not a riddle wizard. I don't do that. giraffe is on fire? What? Random berries? Okay, Aziz. Take it easy. Yeah, I mean, don't tell Pete that. He's not. Pete has his own ideas, and he's always gonna hold on to those. And besides, I don't have it all figured out. I'm just like ready. Like I'm prepared to figure it out. I have developed a lot of different ideas on what could be, taking that very serious. And I have like a well-balanced gamble on what it could be like. Maybe my ideas are a riddle for Pete. Well, in a way, it's just not presented as a riddle. Like, my ideas are about potentials, about what can potentially be, and how do you find out. And it works because, well, it's not truly known. It's not been effectively confirmed yet, but it is literally, physically within reach to do it. And I figured out how to do that. Right? So, I mean, as soon as like there is a move on to actually do these things, like that also means that my mission is completed or something, and then I like, what the fuck do I talk about then? It's like, yeah, now we know, like, okay. And everybody can then start to figure out why does it work like this? How can it be? All the math and the physics and all the extra dimensional physics, and then just desperately try to figure out like, why is it this way? Now that we've actually measured and confirmed it to be. Right? But until that time, yeah, there's just factors that we don't know. And I like to figure out what could be. Being very open-minded. And allowing the option of reality being surreal. Based on the data that is available already. Ask my Japanese followers about fake noobs? No, they're not really into that. It's not funny, rabbit. Right? It might surprise you, but I'm not actually just here to roll out ideas to hurt people or to confront them with things that'll like have a real like triggering impact. I'm not here to just trigger people. But sometimes you do need to trigger people to basically get them out of their comfort zone and actually open up their mind to new possibilities. Yeah, but it's not about just, trigger, I'm gonna tell you something that is gonna make you super furious or something. Like, no, I don't want that. That's not what I want. Yeah, I'm not just an asshole troll. Oh, God, why does everybody keep on whining about frickin' Mikey Smith? Underground tunnels, why? Dude, I already tried that. He didn't follow up on it. Stop talking about him. I'm not interested. Like, if he had a good idea that he was fully aware of, then I'd love to hear about the idea. I don't care on, like, connecting up with him. Especially if he doesn't have, like, really interesting ideas that you're informing me about. So, like, who cares? Right, anyhow, don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking the stream. Looks like a lot of people are restless out there. Still getting 0 upvotes. I don't know why. I don't know why you think that's acceptable. This many people hang around in the chat and not even giving it a Rogan's up. Activist. Ugh. Okay, underground tunnels, cool. I'm not an activist. Yeah. If somebody needs to be activated, then they can come to me. I don't go out and just spring this type of information on unsuspecting people. But they might totally be not ready to deal with it. Yeah, you should just, like I do with my shows, have flat earth in the title, and then people will have their response, they will avoid it, and then one day they'll be like, hey, I kind of want to know something about this flat earth for whatever reason, and then they're like, hey, there's a show with flat earth in it, it's live right now, let me check it out, and then ask a question, right? That's how you should be an activist. Be available if somebody has natural curiosity, wants to know more. Springing it on unsuspecting people that weren't personally looking for it, it just feels wrong. Right? If they're interested in it, and they come to you, they're informing themselves, and then they contact you, then it's good. Real photos of Star. Yeah, I know who he is, Ark. I know who he is. You do not have to clarify that for me. Thanks. God, who gives a shit, dude? People can call anybody, whatever they like. People call me a goat or whatever. It doesn't mean anything. They call me the exact opposite. Nothing means anything what anybody says about anybody. The public opinion, especially in flat earth, is just highly unstable. So, and what do you mean Mark will have any issues? What does that mean? Which Mark? You mean Mark Sargent? every networking with other content creators can be a bad thing. It all depends if they resonate. Yeah, if you don't resonate, you're not going to be able to work well together. I like to think that I resonated well with Mark Sargent. That's why the Night Owl show we did together worked so well. So Mark is a very thorough, socially aware thinker. I can work with that. I have that too. So there's great back and forth. Like, I don't think there's anything like Mikey and me really share. And so networking, that's really cool. You can't just, oh, I'm gonna collect the flat earthers and put them all in one room and then they'll suddenly be best buddies. No, it doesn't fucking work like that. At all. This is not like gathering up SJWs. Yeah, you could just gather them up, put them in the room, and they'll actually manage to get along. The flat earthers, no. Flat earthers are very competitive towards one another with their ideas. So if there's like differences in ideas, then it's harder to get along. Like, even if they're all nice and tolerant and everything, it's like the nature of flat earth is more competitive. It's not, oh, everybody's equal and oh, we're all one together. No, it's not like that at all. I mean, you could say they were trying that. You were just trying with like the disc model. Well, guess what? It didn't work. Flat earthers is always going to be a bunch of divided people that bicker with each other or agree with each other, and then the season changes and then people that were best friends are suddenly at each other's throat, and new alliances are formed, and it's just, that's how it always has been and always will be, I suspect. Mind-blowing commentary there. Jesus Christ. Okay, if anybody's gonna fucking bring up this fucking Mikey retard one more goddamn time and I'm gonna kick you out. I'm sick of you whining about fucking Mikey. I'm not gonna fucking team up with the fucking Mikey retard. Now shut the fuck up. Last fucking warning. I rarely lose my patience with anybody anymore, but I mean, fucking stop! I don't team up! Not easily. Yeah, don't just keep shoving it in my face expecting that you'll just pressure me into it. You just convince me it's a good idea. No! No! Done! Stop. Yeah? Stop fucking pairing me up with other guys. Sick of it. mean, sorry for calling you a retard. I don't give a shit. I mean, if he's gonna be triggered over that, then he is a fucking retard. If you're getting triggered over Arwin calling you a retard, well, then you must be a retard. Trigger people to basically get them out of their comfort zone. Right? So who gives a shit? If he's gonna be triggered over that, then if he can't even just contact me on Skype to do this Night Owl show together, then who gives a shit? Then you must be a retard. Right? So who gives a shit? I mean, if he can't even just contact me on Skype to do this Night Owl show together, then who gives a shit? Right. And as far as Mark Sargent concerns, I mean, I basically gave him an offer like, hey, you need something? I'll be available as soon as he feels comfortable with that, if ever. Right? Because, I mean, yeah, we can have singular shows and have it work really well. That doesn't mean that, oh, well, we're just gonna now do a show every week and then expect it to be just as great. You don't know. Right, so, I mean, I've offered, hey, Mark, dude, count me in. But that's it. But don't force me to, don't try to force me to pair up with somebody else just because they're also talking about flat earth. It's no point, man. Not gonna do it. I'm not when I look for guests, won't mention him again, good. Yeah, even when I'm looking for guests for a Night Owl show, yeah, that does not mean, I want to change my show and I'm gonna have a co-host with that person. No, absolutely fucking not. Okay? Absolutely not. I'm a one-guy show. Yeah? One-guy show. That's what I do. Oh, I'd like guests, perhaps. Right? And hey, the offer is open. It's open to Mikey. He's not taking it. So, there's nothing to talk about anymore concerning it. Right. I was wondering who would be the next Night Owl guest. Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering that too. I mean, who would want to do that? I had hoped it would be Patricia, but then she declined and left Flat Earth. Oh, great. I mean, that's really good for my feelings, right? I mean, somebody I really like. Invite them over. And not only do they decline, they frickin' leave Flat Earth. I mean, Jesus. Right, anyway, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And come on, guys, Rogan's it up already. What the hell is this? Oh, there you go, 2 Rogans. That's good. I need more. Okay, don't go anywhere. 38 watching. Oh. Alright, so any more questions about the reversed looping barrier? Because, I mean, it is kind of a mind twister. Maybe less complicated than the regular looping over a straight line, but I don't know, maybe you all got it right away. Who knows? Alright, I'm gonna take this smoke and I'll be right around the corner, so don't go anywhere. Don't forget to Rogan's it up, and yeah, if anybody can help me out through like the PayPal or anything, that would be great. And really use the support. Owen Benjamin yesterday was hilarious, by the way. He was just like having a piano show, jamming, and then got really creative, basically made like crafting a song in plain sight, or rather crafting the lyrics, and then eventually like playing it as a whole. I mean, it was hilarious. Basically a song about DEI hires. It was just so funny. Did the standard looping Earth model fail? No. Why the hell would it be failing? It's just another possibility. Been a blast. Happy the stream is working fine till now. Yeah. Me too. I'm very happy. Why do you need to throw in the reverse stuff? What? You mean reversed looping barrier, north and south? Hello? Hey, Blue Pill Evolution, good to see you. Looping model has never been tested to anybody's knowledge. Yeah. Well, unless you count a final experiment, I mean, it's kind of tricky, right? But I mean, the final experiment definitely would confirm the celestial hologram nature that I had laid out. I don't know who that is in Mountains. I mean, I might recognize the music if I hear it, but I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell. And with jam, do you mean like pearl jam or something? I don't know. As perfect as it is? What are you talking about? What does that mean? Just called the Gem. Okay, I don't know about them underground tunnels. I mean, the reverse looping barrier is just another potential thing. Instead of a continuous loop that'll loop the north towards the south, like the east to the west, instead of that at some point it might be a reverse looping barrier, right? So there's all these possibilities. There's actually 3 now. Right? You go north or you go south, you bump into a barrier. It's very, yeah, I mean, there's no visual evidence that that is actually the case. Well, then there's other possibilities. You can keep moving north or south and then end up on the other side, so it would be looping like east to west. And then there is the possibility there's a reverse loop barrier, which is like an in-between version. It's not a physical barrier, but it is just spatially connected to that point like a mirror, so that it is a cutoff point where you just like, it's like a mirror that you can walk into. And you come out where you walked into. Like you basically just turn around. It would be more comparable to what you saw in Time Bandits, like that giant mirror wall in the middle of the desert. Except it wouldn't be a hard barrier you can shatter and then move beyond, which is like very mystical about that, about the Time Bandits. But instead you walk into the mirror and then you don't even notice, now you're walking backward. Walking back in your own footsteps. Right? It's another possibility. It's the third option. right? But none of those options are set. We don't know. These are possibilities of what we could be walking into when you go there and test it. And now instead of 2 options, there's 3. To it to clarify. Rectangular looping model expansion of possibilities. Is there a reversed looping barrier north and south of the realm? There you go. Alright, Ark. Glad you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up. Bandits came up a little short. This is hilarious because it's full of little people. Time Bandits is amazing. It's just, I don't know, I'm just trying to be thorough, right? And I think that with this trait possibilities of the rectangular looping model, like, I think this is it. Like, now all of the possibilities of what could be have pretty much been covered. And I'm kind of confident that whatever we're going to bump into, or we or whoever's going to do it, out there, north and south, like, it's going to be one of the 3. Right? Either it keeps on going, or, well, that's even open. Like, it can just keep on going north and south. I actually think it will. But how is it going to end? Well, either a physical barrier pops up, and it's like boom, boom, just you can't get through that, it's cut off. Or you keep going and then you end up on the other side of the realm. You go north, you end up south. You go to south, you end up north. It's looping connected like that in some way, like east and west is. Or there's a reversed loop barrier. Like, you just can't go any more north or south, because if you do, you literally move backward. You're like, the space itself turns you around and you just move backward once you enter that threshold of the reverse looping barrier. Right? It's gonna be one of these 3. I'm confident about it. Giraffe's the best example of everyone's. Okay, random bear. Not really. I mean, giraffes have a really elegant design. Not evolution.
It's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup, there's a bone, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup, there's a bone, it's a setup.